afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, riveting, and amazing Propagandacast with me, your host of Pearl Dane, Master Propaganda, your Lord and Master, defender of all things something. Off here to our 1 vs. 1 on Crossroads Winter in the north. It is Quiritz, fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland. Taking on the role here of the Kampfgruppe Meyer with Mechanized Assault, featuring assault grenadiers, Mechanized Assault Groups, Stoogies, light artillery badge, and the targeting of Panzer Infantry Panzerfaust versus South. It is Sillycat, fighting for America, freedom, democracy. Rolling out here with the 6th Armored Division, with infantry, tactical support, straight to tactical support, with light machine guns, half-tracks, recon runs, strafing runs, and Calliope's which rolling from there. And as always, a kind reminder to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And do subscribe, press the bell button. That'll make me very happy and keep finding the YouTube algorithms. Also, a big thanks to my Patreon supporters, those handsome and charming people who keep allowing me to do what I do on a monthly basis. You too can join the ranks for Patreon and Patreon, or just donate via PayPal. Links are in the video description for that. We got an assault grenadier pioneer before to start here for Quiritz. No infantry company, so we might see multiple assault grenadiers here, probably. Could be 2, could be 3. Depends if it's going to go for like fast tier 2. Which some players will go first with assault grenadiers, but they tend to be more triple assault grenadiers. But then again, he did it with the Ostrom, so he may decide he can do that as well with the assault grenadiers. We got the assault grenadiers in Westwards, they're equipped with MP40s. Another assault grenadier squad out there for Quiritz. Graham the Eastern Pond with MP42, seizing the southern munitions as well. Then an interesting opening here by Quiritz, like he's completely ignoring the center and going out very widely on the sides here. That does mean, for example, the southeast flank here, for example, is quite open as it gets hit here from south side. So of course, the assault grenadiers make better progress elsewhere. Sillycat obviously trying to disrupt Quiritz, fueling the game up north, and there we go, machine gun there. Can he set up in time? And there we go, catch the rifle squad in negative cover, right and narrowly right before they go to overrun. Close one there for Quiritz. At the same time, reaching up, the machine's going to round to deal with them. Up here, soldiers grabbing points there. Almost got the western point here, and we got Sillycat going for very rapid tech himself with the lieutenant on the way here. Possibly in Spawn City, the assault grenadiers going to go for some fast light vehicles to try and counter that, since obviously the assault grenadiers have no Panzerfaust. And Quiritz is going for fast tech himself. It's both players very light opening builds here. Minimum infantry and support in the case of Quiritz, and just fast tech here. This is not quite usual match. We got sandbags down here. Rifleman setting out there for Sillycat for freedom, democracy. Tag almost down there. Probably using some fast 50 cal spot in the McSeast. We got the assault grenadiers, by the way. Not really doing any assaulting as of yet, but there you go. First engagement. Second squad, they're rushing in. There you go. Both squads sprinting forward to the rifle and suddenly find themselves faced with 10 assault grenadiers. And are quick to decide they got better places to be than in the firing line of 10 MP40s. Ground the point here. Tech down there for Quiritz. Could go for some fast Panzer grenadiers here. Could also go for fast light vehicles. But I'm expecting fast Panzer grenadier here. Lieutenant down. 50 cal firing up there. And there we go. Quiritz with the fast Panzer grenadiers here. So the race continues here. Rifleman westwards here is going to try and push the soldiers of the western fuel here, since obviously with longer range firepower they do stand a better chance with the assault grenadiers if they can keep them there for at least a brief while. And there you go, going for a quick spin against Rifle Squad there. Going for the one that's actually Iceland. There you go, Rifle Squad flying up here, they're collecting the sailors and the assault grenadiers. There you go. Quiritz left force here is quickly getting routed, and there you go, almost getting wiped in the assault grenadiers. Can he actually finish them off? That would be definitely painful for Quiritz in the early game. And Ludwig, a real runner, makes it. Fuel pond though has been denied there to the Germans, but they still hold most of the map here. 50 cal down there, also got Panzer grenadiers out here for Quiritz. MP4 holding up here. Sillycat certainly found himself in a less than silly position as Quiritz is quick to lay down his jackboot across most of the map here and stomp it down. Assault is there though in direct reinforcement. He may also go for a medic bunker to provide healing. Yes indeed. Sanitator. Rifle Squad pushing east was the ambulance the way for Sillycat. Ground the western fuel point. Need to grab the car point as well, of course. Lieutenant ring up here. Going to go for the car point there. Hard work there with the medic bunker. Southeast we got Pioneer being shot to bits by the Rifle Squad, but there you go. Panzer Grenadier surprise. Ramming on the flank of the Rifleman, forcing Sillycat I think to fall back with those, because at half health the chances versus the Panzer Grenadiers, and particularly on this tactical situation, is minimal. There you go. He has a trick up his sleeve of his own of 50 cal. Quite the trick to be hiding up your sleeve, by the way. Quite the trick. Don't try to do that in airport, by the way. I think it's going to end up poorly for you. Grand Western point here. Medic bunker done there for Quiritz assault grenadiers. Medics getting hard to work there. Hard to work. S-mines down in the south. Thumbs up to Quiritz, making use of S-mines quite aggressively. And you see there. Also in this case, using the terrain to hide the S-mines around the corner, so the opponent will typically send troops round the corner, and then it's too late. They're already in the S-mine field. So really good work there with Quiritz. Really good work there. Assault gun's good to go. Sillycat is pushing ahead hard here against Quiritz and the Germans. The comfortable Maya. Punch there now, trying to go for the 50 cal. But they're taking a lot of damage still. Looks like they might be able to force a rout here, but by the time they do so, the Rifle I think will have the upper hand here as the Panzer are going to do that. Up north here, Assault gun is going for the Rapid Lieutenant here. No grenades. Absolutely great to throw into the path of the advancing Assault Grenadiers here. Need to retreat those chaps before they get wiped out. And there you go, Lieutenant just running as the Assault Grenadiers march forwards. Like to make a nice crop there for Quiritz. Sillycat there going for the Captain. So he's got an interesting strategy there as well. No light vehicles, so he's going to get out as many troops as he can now here to counter Quiritz strategy as opposed in a sense, and probably rely on support weapons. May in fact be playing fast tier 3 tech in that sense as well. That's an interesting move there by Sillycat if the case. Going for the carb point there, thumbs up to Sillycat. But of course he's losing the carb point to his own fuel, so neither side here being slouches. Pioneer setting out there for Quiritz. Got the carb point there. Troops being westwards, got the Lieutenant, got the 50 cal, we got the Captain ready with a BAR, and we got a mortar as well for Sillycat. This is getting very interesting very fast. I mean, both players are definitely playing a bit more off the cuff here. We got the 2-2 for Quiritz. Sadly, no 250.5 technically with all the assault infantry. It would be a great pick here. But obviously, he's probably worried about light vehicles. So there go grenade assault. Doesn't quite have the impact he'd hope, but still forces retreats in the end. Still pays off nicely. Lieutenant 50 cal nearby the assault grenades will have to fall back. Captain, of course, bringing to support as well here. Got the assault guns through the center. 2-2 done. He's going to need a pack anti-tank to deal with that very rapidly. He's also not far away from the game to equip his men with Browning-like machine guns, which will certainly increase the amount of firepower he can bring to bear to Quiritz and the comfortable Maya. 2-2 out here. We got the soldiers flank up behind the Rifle Squad here, going in hard. That's going to be a treaty of the Rifle Squad, I think. Very schnell. And up here, Captain with the Punch Grenadiers. 2-2, I think he's going to tip the scales here in favour, though. He's going to try and maybe get a wipe on the Punch Grenadiers here in this case, though. Quiritz is fast enough to realise that could actually happen and retreats just narrowly in time, though. Had he stuck around for a bit longer, that would not have been the case. Mortar joining in here, bombarding the machine gun position here. Thumbs up to Sillycat. Machine gun now routed to moving up, presuming the Captain hoping to get a wipe here for Deutschland. Back here, troops setting out. We got nothing further going there in Sillycat space, but it's definitely going to need an anti-tank to increase his chances versus the 2-2. Machine gun routed there. A lot of back and forth here. Armoured car falling back there for Quiritz, having done its part. And Quiritz can actually soon consider begin taking straight up there for medium armour. And we get a half-track here for Sillycat. We get the M5 half-track for Sillycat. Wow, you do not see that very often. That's obviously also an option instead of going for anti-tanks. That you're going for the anti-aircraft half-track and deal with the 2-2, and of course put immense amounts of pressure there on Quiritz infantry as well. So definitely an interesting pick there, though he's probably still going to need an anti-tank eventually, but probably not as badly now. Pioneers of the infantry company. So Quiritz himself is back-taking, possibly for mortar, quickly adapting here to his opponent's strategy. 2 thumbs up there. I mean, typically one of the things you can see with some players is they tend not to be particularly reactive. Like, their opponent does one thing, and they'll just keep playing their strategy as though that thing was not happening. In this case, Quiritz might be back-taking for mortar. He's going for the pack for him, responding out to the half-deck. Of course, forced to this. Otherwise, he might have gone for the mortar there. Possibly a sniper, suppose. There you go. Half-deck goes down the 2-2 armoured car rapidly, leaving no survivors there inside the vehicle as it got torn to stretch by heavy 50 caliber fire. Then mortar firing down as well on Quiritz position. The assault grenadiers are pretty much, useless in this engagement. Most he's just looking to grab the point back before his men get annihilated. Half-tech already virtually 2 veterans to 1, with 2 kills. I messed up the numbers in my head there. My apologies. Panzer with Rifle assaulters moving up here. Pack 40 almost down for Quiritz. Captain moving in. Half-tech also rushing westward to assist here versus Quiritz left flank. And there you go. More Steelhand Grenade. Captain is doing heavy damage. Panzer moving up here. Half-track is being repaired here for Sillycat. Panzer Grenadier forced to fall back as well. That's all good to go. And there you go. We've got the Pack 40, the Panzer Abwehr Kanone 40. But Sillycat is turning this around despite, always excellent early aggressive game here by Quiritz, which you typically don't really see that from the Wehrmacht. Though again, technically you kind of have to do it like that. But yeah, he's actually steadily turning around here, making good use of the tool set available to him, particularly again mortars. Despite, being something they claimed for some time, were quickly forgotten. Yet again, we can see Sillycat is making great use of the mortar to put pressure on Quiritz and deny him use of support weapons at critical times. So thumbs up there to Sillycat. And of course the anti-aircraft counter was, I imagine, a definite surprise there for Quiritz. Because again, most American players don't bother with it. But again, as you can see there, it's quite potent under the right circumstances. No take yet there for Quiritz. He's obviously feeling the heat, the pressure here from Sillycat. Is it planning a mortar? Is it actually a sniper? It is a sniper. I figured he might try and go for a counter mortar, but either way, it does hard. Again, Quiritz is able to, adjust and adapt to what's going on. In this case, deciding that sniper is the necessary tool. An interesting choice there with the half-track and the mortar about there. Particularly if he gets caught with a half-track, that sniper is not going to last very long. But there you go, great from the pack forward and the half-track, forced to fall back there pretty rapidly. Mortifying away here, good hit on the support when positioned up there. Meanwhile, Sillycat is now controlling almost the entirety of the map here against Quiritz. How quickly the tides turn. Mortars get out, they get the cap running up, and Lieutenant found the brand light machine gun. Assault guns are taking heavy damage. He just needs to grab the port up, then he's actually got almost, well, more than the entirety of one half of the map to himself. And almost, 3/4 of the map, honestly. So there, oh, not going up for that part. Mortar keeps firing away here. One kill, could barrage a bit more. Sniper there caught the rifle squad and pushed back. Almost, in fact, wiped out. Pretty close to the Quiritz. Wouldn't rather painful for him to lose it there. Meanwhile, back in base. Sillycat is now the one pushing extra armor. Thumbs up there. Good move. The soldiers charging in and trying to get the jump here on Sillycat's men. But too bad there's two of them. They're equipped with light whip machine guns. There's some heavy fire there. The soldiers taking heavy damage and are ultimately routed with ease here by Sillycat's forces. Up north here we got the soldiers with the rifle squad. Won that engagement there. Go take up for Quiritz. Realizes he has to get up medium armor here to have a chance versus Sillycat. In particular, since Sillycat, of course, is also coming barreling down on Quiritz with a bunch of tanks inevitably. Half track, half 852 there. Machine gun being routed here as well. We got pressure there from Sillycat once more. Quiritz has barely any map control. He's definitely looking to turn the round here by sneaking up the left flank. Thumbs up to Quiritz. Sterling play. Bipkeller hosing away from inside. Sniping up there. 2 kills. Mortar meanwhile keeps firing away there. Not having so much luck to this one around. Captain caught by the end. Oh, Lieutenant caught by the end 42. Panzer's moving up as well here. Happening on the west side. He could of course lay down the smoke instead of trying to barrage and then charge in for the smoke for the half track and some infantry. You could even get like a second half track for that purpose, then fill the half track with infantry and rush through, cut a lot of support with the snipers. In fact, that could be a GG moment as it could possibly crush Quiritz entirely if he gets the pack 40 and the sniper with such a mechanized assault. Obviously a bit of an investment, but it is something worth considering there. But tech down there for Quiritz. He's going to need the support of course Schnell, and of course Sillycat has got his major out, so he doesn't need to bother building. But he is flooding a bit of manpower. Could consider fuel cache to help get out more armor faster, which will be a great idea here versus Quiritz. Almost got the assault gunners here with the Rearson squad with a light machine gun. Panzer right in the south. Sillycat, of course, a fierce opponent. We got S-mines down here. They got work by Quiritz is mining up, as always. And looks like the ones here had a bit of success. Quiritz are flanking the Pioneers. Rifle squad moving up. And before going up with instant armor position. It's actually a bit of a risky there for the half-tech to charge into. But is there we go. Almost got the half-track with it. Oh, sliver of health there. A tiny sliver of health. The half-track is almost gone entirely. Good lord above. Machine gunning up the west side here. Soldier's got the carve point. Thumbs up the Quiritz. It was pretty risky with the MG42 in this case. Paid off. Still needs to get out of armor soon. And Sillycat really considers some armor there. We got tech going on. Or repairs going on, not tech. I would not consider repairing a half-track for tech. That's, I think, a bit of a stretch. Going for grenadiers for light machine guns, not more panzer grenadiers. That certainly gives him a bit of a mix of infantry. Grab the point there. Half-track almost got to go there for Sillycat. Moving on the centre, hitting some S-mines. Cash is slowly piling up there. After good to go here for Sillycat once more. Still flooding a bit of manpower, more than I'd like to see. Sniper there with 8 kills, veteran 2-1. But he's very close to the tank. Of course, Quiritz is here to build the support. Of course, you can't go for medium soon. There you go, half-tech charging at it. A dive here into the base of Quiritz. Going to choose it to take out the sniper. Pretty ambitious here by Sillycat. If you lose the half-tech, it's going to suck a bit. Plus, there's also the potential of actually getting it abandoned within his opponent's base, which would be particularly, I think, awkward. Okay, we got step on it. Oh, overdrive. Bypassing the pack 40. He's going to try and clear it out. He was now ace half-track, bit risky possibly. Oh, he's running in front of the MG42 with insane armor piercing rounds, and oh no, it gets away with it. It gets away with it. Incredibly close here, but Sillycat gets away with an absolutely audacious base raid on Quiritz that saw the sniper, well, torn limb from limb. I mean, they'll have to glue him together back in hell for sure. Like, they'll be like, who sent us this jigsaw puzzle? Those Americans are some real sick bastards. Anyways, Sherman on the way there for Sillycat. Where's the half-track being fixed up? Okay, back at the base entrance there. Moving up the east side here with the assault grenadiers. Mortar with 2 kills, veteran G1. Sherman halfway done. Support caught up there for Quiritz. He's going to need some Panzerwaffe soon. 32 on the assault grenadiers. Getting upgrades for them as well. Thumbs up there to Quiritz. Graham Eastern points here. Another 50 cal there for Sillycat. Major moving up there. Half ticket to go once more. 6 kills. The meat grinder from hell is once more on the move here. S-Mine's going off. They quick retreat there from Sillycat. He does not risk it, even remotely. Moving up the east side here with the liaisons, Lieutenant and the Major. Graham Eastern victory point here. Got the Panther 1 for Quiritz. The Panzer Kampfwagen 4. Graham Eastern point there for Pioneer. 50 cal right about down there for him. Cleaning up the S-Mines using the half-tech. Nice work there. Panther 4 slowly arriving. Going for the Pioneers here. But his right and east, we've got the Shen moving up here as well for Sillycat. 50 cal added as well. Very good. Machine gun at east level. Of course, thumbs up to Quiritz consistent using the utility armor piercing rounds on the machine gun there. Really good stuff there. And does tend to be an ability I think a lot of Vermont players tend to overlook, but clearly not Quiritz. So he has my respect on that in that regard. Half tick falling a bit back there. 50 coming up. There we go. Finding some armor support here for the Kampfgruppe Maya. The Panzer 4 running. Pin up machine on the way there. Seizing the southern point there. Adding the pendulum mounted machine, of course, very steadily, slowly. We'll have to see what he goes for next. Sillycat can soon go for another Sherman. I still feel like he should be building a fuel cache assist with that. Push up the eastern side of Quiritz, backed up by infantry, very good. Major and 50 caliber there will not be able to stop the wrath of the Panther 4. Mortar could also be in the line of sight here of the Panther 4. Small hit there. Sherman moving in to deal with the Kraut armored advance on the right flank. Got 328 versus 299. 50 cal on top, we got the soldiers moving up there. Go direct hit by the Sherman on the Panther 4. Trying to force the 50 cal away. Anti-tank on the way there for Sillycat. Now he's trying to get some tanks out. He finally bothers with some anti-tank guns. After the move again here, Panther 4 half fill for Quiritz. And singing up the greatly on the Sherman up north here. 50 cal covering up the car point, half the rushing in as well. That's always been caught there in the hailstorm of lead of the half-track. Rears inside the building there with the light machine gun. Proving to be a problem there for the Panzer. We've got a bomb grenade there. Trying to flash them out into the open and forcing retreat there. Very good. Quiritz, I think, may have to consider Stuka versus Sillycat's increasingly large armored numbers. And he could also be going for the Calliope, I suppose. Though I do think he should go for more Shermans first. But a Calliope would, without a doubt, though, also be a significant headache for Quiritz. Make no mistake. But there you go. First, a regular Sherman at the very least. Troops reinforcing healing. Half progressing northwards here. Engaging the assault grenadier and forcing retreat there once more. Pioneer sniped with the anti-tank gun. Or possibly killed by the tank getting hit by the shot, and then the resonance, whatever you call it, from the shot, the shockwave from the shell hitting it, actually, you know, blowing out the brains of the Pioneer. Something similar happened to a British crewman where, like, he had his head out, tank got struck by an armor-piercing round right next to his head, basically melted his brains. Not a very nice thing to read about, and I imagine it was even more horrific to actually experience in person to watch at. Anyways, the Assault 4 here going to the anti-tank in there. Sherman down to half health, Panther moving in, Mortar on the way there. Could take out the anti-tank. They've been quite helpful for Quiritz, denying here Sillycat and anti-tank gun, of course, getting one more of his own. Second Sherman in here. Pentafor down to half of the Sherman's going to go down, I think. Oh, exposing the ridge of the Pentafor's a bit of a risky mistake there, but there you go. Pentafor gets knocked out. They just before it gets to safety. Got the entertainer there, but got artillery called in here by Sillycat. Quiritz remains in a pretty precarious position, but he does successfully haul off the entertainer there with his assault grenadiers. And there go half tank at work here. Incendiary not catching it, down to half health already. Almost got it, but not quite. Will certainly convince it to go elsewhere. There's a Pentafor from the Sherman. Another Pentafor for Quiritz. Another Pentafor. Pack shoots, misses. More firing down there around the Panzer Grenadiers' heads. Fifth gun on the flank there, pushing back some troops. Machine Wolf's been forced through position. And a full wipe on Quiritz Panzer Grenadiers. Oh my god, was the mortar, was it? The Sherman, or maybe it was a mix of both. Either way though, they poked their heads around, they just got obliterated. A stinging blow to Quiritz is already in a pretty precarious position versus his opponent. A stinging blow, that's really gotta hurt there. Meanwhile, Shermans are being repaired, half-track as well. Bit more risky arguably with this. Repair means pretty much next to his opponent's space. Like one mistake here, and like, you know, the opponent could theoretically steal the half-track, which could help out Quiritz if that happens, but, you know, he'd have to get that lucky that his opponent isn't paying attention, and, well, it could also misclick and cause retreat if that does happen. Really frustrating when he does, or he loses someone because not paying attention. Does seem like he's not paying attention here, so maybe. You got Eric comes out there. So, when are we getting into the car, boss? Just, you know, taking a leak. Don't worry about it, guys. Nothing's gonna oh shit, the crowds are coming. Ah, Sipper's stuck, and he's rushing forward, and he's not realizing it, he stole the half-track right under Sillycat's nose. Yikes, this is all another reason why I always careful with your repair stuff, so you don't get stuck in these situations. Sillycat, they're clearly getting a bit too casual around Quiritz, and Quiritz, they're seizing the opportunity, got a Calliope up still though. Even with the anti-aircraft half-track, Quiritz has got a very steep climb uphill ahead of him because still his opponents are still more tanks than him. He's got the Calliope, which is definitely bad news for anti-tank guns and support. In fact, he just cleared out both anti-tank guns with the Calliope, further highlighting that even with that mistake Sillycat made there and the loss of the half-track, it's still a long way to victory for Quiritz if there ever is one. Like, he's still very much in a tight position. But nice got the half tanks. I suppose there's that. You could always laugh at that if he ends up losing anyways. But talk about Grand Theft Auto. Hey, someone call the police. Carl, we're in a war zone. They don't respond to this. For starters, the Germans aren't black. Anyways, info dump the rifleman there. Pentafor falling back. Sherman falling back there. Got the 5th coming from the east side. Lieutenant up here against the half-track. Going to get shredded out in the open. Assault is reinforcing, healing. Machine gun hosing away there. Anti-tank gun moving up. 82 gain on the Sherman. Got the Western fuel point there, denied here to Sillycat. Sherman there gained mentions 1-7 kills. Anti-tank gun moving up. Great hit on the Sherman. Eventually 2 on the anti-aircraft half-track, almost getting knocked out. Does it survive? Does it survive? And looks like an area dust smoke being chucked out in large quantities against the anti-tank guns, forcing Quiritz to back off with them. Back hit, reinforcing healing. Pentafor need repairs. He still needs more armor, but he's certainly struggling a bit here against Sillycat. He just keep pushing out more stuff. Of course, if he had the fuel cache, he probably could have gone for another Sherman already by now. Gunners need to get out of there before they get annihilated. Calliope hosing away the rockets, got 10 kills off it, just one in there, going to tank and cleared out again. That Calliope is an absolute menace here to Quiritz and the German army. Back hits with reinforcing healing.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Got the M1 there crewed, Pack 4 has been crewed up as well. Half-track being hauled back here for repairs. 5 kills so far. Hey Jürgen, yeah, what's with all of these candy bars? Well, you know, it's an American-made vehicle. They like the candy bars, yeah. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm just surprised they've got so many of these and things. I mean, you'd figure they'd have maps or something, but nine, it's all candy bars. So you need some point with the MG42. Grab these some point with the assault grenadiers. Grab this some point here. Bit of steady movement here and there. Lieutenant wing out there for Sillycat. Neil setting out. Assaulting blast here with the Shermans moving in there for Sillycat. He could soon go for another. He could also go for Jackson, I suppose. He'll be with the armor at a safer distance. Machines out. I think these retreats being swamped here from both sides. They've got the pencil round here to the flank to at least provide some coverage there. We have two Shermans attacking the machine gun head on. I think that very much called for a tactical retreat there for Quiritz. We've got 322 versus 179. The fight is just still jarring hard ahead here to the max intensity. And taking up then the Sherman. So reinforcing healing. And taking the being hosed up. Troops reinforcing healing. Fixing up the anti-tank gun. Assaulting up with the Airslans. Another Sherman there for Sillycat. Very good, very good. Up the MD42 on the right flank. Going on Lieutenant. That's what was going to bring in there. Sherman on the way there steadily. Could replace the Captain by the way. Would be a good thing, good idea for Sillycat. Brings in more infantry. Plus, you can use that to supervise Sherman and push it out faster. So at least could have done that. He's definitely operating, I think, with a little too little infantry there, which is definitely risky here for Sillycat the longer the match goes on. Meanwhile, Quiritz has got 3. He's only got 2. Of course, Quiritz could also benefit from more infantry, but he's likely going to go for another Panther 4 here. Pip got ugly cleared out, and there got another Panzer campaign through Quiritz. Grenade assault in the machine gun position and forcing out into the open. No real damage, only moving the half though to just further increase the chance he gets a hit there. Half tech down to 5 from the Sherman. West side, they've got the assault on the fuel point. Panther went great on the Sherman, down to half of already. Might be able to finish it off here. Maybe not. Another Calliope barrage here from the Calliope. Straight on the pack 40 this time. Oh, still gets a hit there. Maybe a full wipe as well. Yup. Pack through wiped out again, but there you go. Quiritz going for dive here. Straight past Sillycat's front line, exposing a weakness, exposing a mistake. Panther 4 though misses. Both shots, he's splitting, he has to get out of there. He knows he can't surround any longer. Risks losing the Panther 4 would be catastrophic here for Quiritz. That's really lucky there for Sillycat. That is incredibly lucky. Second Panther 4 arriving. Troops been forcing healing. Troops getting ready for the next big push here. There's something westwards. And you're on the center point here. Almost got the big crew there. Soldiers straight for the media. I do think Quiritz should consider shooting to back things up against all the tanks that increasingly Sillycat is hoisting at him. The soldiers then are being bombarded, but the Sherman's not great, but there you go. Pack 40 round on the flank, he gets a good hit. And one taking it back base, reinforcing healing again. And we got Sherman up left flank. He's going for the half tech. Can Sillycat finally get rid of this theft piece and put it to rest? He does finally put an end here to Quiritz' Grand Theft Auto. Got the 50 caliber in return. I think that's a nice trade-off there for Quiritz. Less so for Sillycat. And there you go, another Calliope back. Another storm of rockets there. Straight to the retreating 50 caliber and the Pack 40 nearby. West side of your Panther 4 counter-attack against Raft Court there behind the western victory point. Pioneers moving in as well here. Raft Court down to just 2 men firing an anti-tank rifle, I believe. Quick stop. He's not even. He just wasn't paying attention. Sillycat is down just 1 infantry squad. He never starts to like invest his manpower into more infantry. Like he's got the lieutenant. That's really it. That is definitely below acceptable numbers there for Sillycat. I think he realizes he's going for rifle squad. He could also, of course, use the captain, who's basically just an above average infantry squad. thanks to the free Thompson, so that'd be a really strong idea as well for Sillycat. Going for another 50 cal to replace the one lost to the Quiritz as well. Sherman going for the Pioneer, so we got 309 versus 162. Gunny's 50 coming out with the Pack 40 back out on the west side. We're going to push there. 2 Panther gun plus assault gunners and the anti-tank gun. Also advanced in the center. Looks like a broad scale push here by Quiritz against Sillycat. The camp going Maya strikes and there go catches the mortar out in the open. Can he finally put an end to this American artillery piece? All the tank gunners suddenly lose all their aim. Apparently they just couldn't get it. Oh, there we go. They got it with the machine guns. Finish it off there. East side here's still not much happening. Being held up by the 50 cal there. Jumping westwards here, destroying the 50 cal. Oh, the bolter. I think not a 50 cal. Sherman's here going for the Panther 4s. None of the tanks hit each other. By the looks of it, maybe that Panther will actually get a few hits. There you go. One penalty from the Panther 4, then another from the Sherman, the Panther 4. Gaining the ace on the process. All going up there. Going for the Meg and some nearby vehicle crewmen. I think this also have to retreat soon. Taking a lot of fire there from the Shermans. Other Panther moving ahead here, close to veteran 1. Quiritz could soon also go for another Panther 4. But still recommend the Stuke here versus Sillycat. Did he cancel the rifle squad? Or did he lose it? Because he's running a lot of manpower and he's still stuck with just the lieutenant effective. I feel like here, Sillycat might be just trying to get as many tanks as possible, just try and create a massive steamroller, but he still needs some infantry support for the steamroller, I think, to properly function. We'll have to see there what Sillycat is doing. We'll have to see what he's doing. Calliope ready to fire again. Calliope find the machine gun. And wipe. Bring up these inside. Train the 5th gun lieutenant. Actually called in here by Quiritz. They like to Infanterie Schutzbatterie. Nearby, opening up here, and there we go. First volley, though, absolutely misses. Second volley misses as well. This is some terrible artillery for Quiritz. We probably have to ask if the artillery observers are completely nearsighted or something. Well, he's going suddenly for a lot of anti-tank, and Team Quiritz is going for another Panzer 4 and the Stugs. Oh, he is going for the Stug. He is going for the Sturmgeschütz. 2 thumbs up. I still feel like Sillycat could do with a bit more infantry. But certainly 2 tanks will help us with the armor, for sure. That said, Quiritz is actually the one in control of the map once more. Sillycat's the one in the defensive. Got this also Captain Lieutenant. Oh, Reasons. And I do think this regard to Quiritz having more infantry than Sillycat is probably playing a notable role there in how the map control is looking. AC going for this Major there. Panther 4 moving up support as well. Stu halfway down there for Quiritz. Sherman strikes this. Soldier is getting 2 kills immediately. Down just 4 men. I think they have to retreat down. Oh dear, the casualties are piling up rapidly. Needs to retreat now. Schnell for the AC on top down. He's just 1 man. Incredibly lucky there for Quiritz. That could have been a full wipe there, which would have been quite painful for him and great for Sillycat. Second anti-tank, they're right about done. Got artillery called in again. We'll have to see if the artillery observers have been given a pair of glasses to operate with. Stug arriving here, guess in this case just to push his opponent back by his Panther 4's time to escape, but the Stug 3G is ready. He's also going for tier 4, so he might be planning ahead there. Either a Tiger tank or something like a Panther Sturmpanzer. We shall have to see what Quiritz goes for there. Aircraft shot down. Calliope here opening up with the anti-tank and the Panther 4 nearby. Sends the Grenadier suppressed. Enforcing. Tree being ejected right with the Sherman tank there. Calliope hanging back. 20 kills. Very, very close fences in 1 there. Still getting the penalty machine gun. Thumbs up to Quiritz. And we got the heavy pants going out for Quiritz as well. And the comfortable Maya. You see the only reasons there. We got 224, it's on the 61. Pentafor, they're very close to Veterancy 2. Major advance back up the Lieutenant, but limited in support and certainly no armor support. And there you go. Pentafor gains 52 shots and at it. Lieutenant being blasted into oblivion alongside the Major, almost getting a full wipe there, but Sillycat does avoid that incredibly narrowly. Well, let's see what he goes for the heavy Panzer score. We could actually go for a Panther here, Sturmpanzer. He could also go for Panzerwerfers. All options are affected, I think, open up to Quiritz. Worst side, he looks like the Sherman's lining up for something here under Sillycat's command. Steadily advancing. Right, planning here, deep flank against Quiritz and his crowds. Looks like they're going to spot the flank here. We got air control here from Sillycat trying to get a bit of what to do, but he may have been a bit too slow here to exploit it. Giving away here what he's doing to Quiritz. This land Quiritz to stumble upon what Sillycat was doing and then counter it. So we got the Panther 4, this Duke is nearby, calls for assist. Panther 4, they're bouncing shots here from the two Shermans. Calabi Bar straight into the midst of it. Machine gun, they're caught in a hellstorm of rockets. Gun is moving up, they're getting murdered as well with the Sherms out in the open. Got the Stuke moving in. I think a bit too late there for Quiritz. Bit too late. East side, they've got the Sherm hung up with 5th caliber. Pan 4 takes a nice hit from the anti-tank guns head on. Down to half health. Stuke give us the Sherm though. The Stuke is on its own there. A bit risky here for Quiritz. Should have some infantry spot for it. So you can better make use of its range. And there you go. Second Sherm moving in. Needs armor support up for it. Schnell. Shot missed, but at least the Stug is alive. He's moving ahead again. I feel like this is incredibly risky there, but Quiritz a really bad mistake to be honest. Caught here by the anti-tank to the Sherman. He's going to lose that Stug, unless he gets incredibly lucky, which he did not. That definitely felt like a mistake by Quiritz. Thumbs down to that. Waste of a Stug is never a good thing. Assault was charging in here, right into the midst of the infantry. Sillycat valiantly trying to repulse the Germans here from the centre, but the assault engineers are proving to be rather sticky there, and not quite going down as swiftly here as Sillycat might want it to. Them too. West side, you got the Sherman holding back here. Quiritz flooding a lot of fuel, but he's not got the manpower. The question here is, what is Quiritz planning versus Sillycat? Is it a Panther? Is it a Tiger? Is it a Sturmpanzer? Is it just a bunch of Panzerwerfers? Hard to say there. Sillycat still feel like he's flooding too much manpower. He needs to go for more infantry and he's going for more Shermans. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh, he cancels them. He cancels them. Painful on the move there. 204 was 145. Machine gun there caught here with the two Panther 4s. That could be a quick route there. Jim on the west side here, 2 kills versus 1 gun for the Gundis here. And there you got the Panther 4 striking the right side, caught here by the Shermans. And none of them hit. And the Panther 4 takes 1 hit there, but it's not the veteran one. Ace Sherman that takes it, Panther 4 the bar way, half 8 to veteran 3, and the Ace on the west side here. German infantry countering resistance here from the Sherman and the Lieutenant. Sillycat that really should spend some manpower from infantry. 5th Cup digging in by the Eastern Munitions, very good there for Quiritz. There you go, another Calliope Barrage, 21 kills. 5th Cup there getting hit by the rockets. Crew exploding violently as they're torn to shreds there. Panther 4 half fade there, today's local charging in the Lieutenant. Pros going to check out the Ace Sherman up. This shot shoots and penetrates the Panther 4 at max range. Pretty lucky shot there for Sillycat. You said here Pioneers could course crew the 5th cal and keep it in the service of the German army. Quiritz really flown a lot of resources. I'm guessing that we're planning for the Titan. As for Sillycat, less clear what he's saving up for there, but I definitely think we should be starting to spend those resources on something, and definitely should involve some infantry afield. 5th cal being shredded by the Sherman. The west side going for this and Victor point, but we got machine gun nearby to defend at least. In the west centre, Panther pulling up back up with the assaults. There you go. Grenade assault on the 5th cal there. Almost wiping that Panther 4's flanking the Sherman. Shot bounces though. pretty lucky there for Sillycat once more. Panther 4 taking a hit from the anti-tank side of the base, and the Panther 4 combusts in a matter of seconds. As the double M1s they take through, there goes second Panther 4 almost knocked out with the double M1s as well, just highlighting how incredibly powerful they are due to the high rate of fire, and combined with the armor-piercing, discarding Sappo rounds. Try saying that 10 times fast. Panther 4, they almost aced them, almost destroyed, but there you go. Anti-tank gun knocks out one of Sillycat's Shermans. He's still got two though, and he still has the double M1s. But he is none as a hurt, in particular since he's still incredibly short on infantry. German charging heavy going for the assault on these, blazing right past the Quiritz front line. Here, finding the anti-tank's in trouble. We got the remaining units bringing in. They could of course grab the 5th cal and should definitely turn it against Quiritz here up north. Sherman bypassing the Pack 40, almost got it wiped here. There we go. Coronado, we've got the M1 here backing up the anti-tank, and that's definitely a big issue for the Sherman due to its higher rate of fire. So Quiritz is very close to the target tank here versus Sillycat, almost got the anti-tank gun. And there you go. Crew expire. Going to crude here under the nose of Sillycat Sherman. Sillycat is putting a lot of manpower here. Not entirely sure why though. Is he doing some sort of challenge here maybe? Got the anti-tank gun. And there you go. Got the Tiger tank out for Quiritz. Deutschland. Assault has wiped another stinging blow to Quiritz. Another stinging blow to Quiritz here from Sillycat. Pushing the Sherman, there you go. Tiger tank on the scene. Artillery raining down here from Quiritz once more. There you go, going double Jacksons. Finally feeling like he's got something to spend the resource on. He's going for double tank destroys. Counter the arrival of Quiritz Tiger tank. His Schwerer Panzer. A-Sherman getting in the way, trying to block the advance of the Tiger tank. But I'm not sure if that's worth risking the Ace Sherman on, to be honest. Smoking down here. Does work out here for Sillycat. Does work out somehow, impressively enough. As Quiritz did not decide to pursue and finish off the Ace Sherman there, instead backing off it, and taking recruit once more here by Quiritz infantry. Back here, 5th coming us back. Now Quiritz is also incredibly short on infantry, though. Obviously he's got less manpower floating. So both sides really should consider more infantry soon. Panther almost got the Sherman. There you go. Ace Sherman knocked out there, punishing Sillycat's hubris there, if you will. We got 137 versus 145. Big chip points wise, it is very close between the two here. Tiger tank being fixed up. First Jackson ready, second one on the way. More pioneers for Quiritz. Calliope is good to go as always. 25 kills. Bit of skirmish in the south side. I believe he got someone to the corner as well here. Yep. But I note the way he's doing. He's basically blocking the point of his opponent for a while there. Using it as Spearfire. Blocking fire. Pushing him up here to take advantage of the blocking fire there and set up in time. Thumbs up here to Quiritz. 2 thumbs up. Some slightly more advanced tactics. Maybe here was big corrective as then before 2 got the Sherman in there. 13 kills, 2 was right into the anti-tank nearby. Quickly compelling Sillycat that's a pull Sherman to safety. Second Jackson right about done. Using ring for the flank, and there you go, tackling up for the centre. 104 versus 145.
We are losing a sector. We have reduced our foes to 100 points.
100 points left here for Sillycat versus Quiritz, 145.
The enemy has driven a wedge in our lines.
Got the curve point. Back here, soldiers something out for Quiritz once more.
The enemy is attempting to
Here it comes. There you go, another well-timed internal pitch rounds here from Quiritz. For 2 thumbs up. Reasons being absolutely hosed by. 5th cover supporting here, could call in artillery maybe. Tiger Panther going on left flank here, looking to raid perhaps Sillycat's base here. Maybe cause some disruption, but at the same time, spot here with the air reconnaissance, sending the Jackson. Or maybe this was actually bait here by Quiritz to draw out the Jacksons into the anti-tank, and here maybe sort of like catch them off guard with that. It's a pretty clever move there by Quiritz if that's the case. Oh, it's just pretty good luck they managed to do that, almost saying that one of these ones. Jackson, but looks like there you go. 5th cover being caught with artillery finally. And this time, the artillery observers nowhere to call in sight. There you go, another unit wiped out, Reason's down. In fact, Sillycat, while he has plenty of armor and tank destroyers, has no real infantry left. this could be a big problem there for Sillycat. Mr. Quiritz at least has one assault in his squad left, though he is also, I would say, tragically short in infantry. I want to see anything in the Sherman. Next shot misses. No lieutenant there for Sillycat. Finally going for some infantry. Finally, he should also really go for the captain, though, I think. Oh, he's not bringing the Sherman. I don't think he's realising it. He's not paying attention. Looks like once more one of those moments of absence from Sillycat, costing him the Sherman tank. Pretty big win there for Quiritz. Going for the southeastern victory point as well. Good work there. Thumbs up. And there you go with that. Sillycat surrenders, realising he has managed to position himself in a bad position there. Outdone by Quiritz. A brutal and spectacular 1-1 here, though, on Crossroads Winter. I do feel like, again, Sillycat could use his resources much better. Could also maneuver in times and also use smoke, but I have to say, quite well played there both sides. And Quiritz certainly managed to steadily but slowly turn the game around there and exploit the mistakes that are made by Sillycat. So, 2 thumbs up there. Hope you enjoyed this match. If you learned something from it, if you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell friends, and tell your family. This is Imperial Cheers. Thank you all for watching. Hope to see you all tomorrow again for another episode. Bye.